name's Sam. I'm living in Fairbanks, Alaska. I've been here for 3 weeks now, and I thought I'd give a little update on the past 3 weeks and what's going on. I'm just gonna sit here and organize my tools. I got my drill bag and a bucket that I'm gonna put my those tool bags on. And I thought I'd take a minute to just kind of walk through the last 3 weeks of living and working in Fairbanks, Alaska. So about a month and a half ago, I bought a truck at auction through govdeals.com, and it was in Fairbanks, Alaska, and my plan was to fly out here, pick up the truck, and then drive back to Philadelphia, which is where I've lived for the past 12 years. I'm originally from the Dallas area, Denton, Texas to be specific, and I've been living in Philadelphia for about 12 years. So I gotta make sure I put this bag on right. So I bought the truck, I flew out to pick it up, and I'd always kind of dreamed of living and working in Fairbanks, or not in Fairbanks. I'd always dreamed of living and working in Alaska. I didn't really know anything about Fairbanks. I just knew the truck was here, and I wanted to come pick it up. And oddly enough, I met last year, 2024, December, I spent a month living in Hawaii, and I met a bunch of guys there that were from Alaska, and a few of them kept telling me, like, dude, if you go to Alaska, you'll find work pretty quick. There's tons of jobs there, and if you want to spend some time there, it would be a good place to go, and get some good work and have a good time. And like I said, I've always wanted to go. It's been a dream of mine since I was since I was a little kid, since I read my first Gary Polson book, really. And I ended up reading like all the stuff that he wrote about, the Yukon and Alaska and all that stuff. And so anyway, I flew out, I picked up the truck, I had some work done to it immediately. It ended up being a truck that was from the Tulik Biology Lab. So it was like a research vehicle. So it was taken care of actually really well. It had very meticulous service records from them, but it's not in very good shape. And so I immediately had a shop do a little bit of work on it. I had them install a new drag bar link, a steering drag link, a track bar, tie rod ends, that kind of stuff, because there was a lot of play in the steering. And so they handled that. And then I picked it up. I started driving around. I ended up meeting some people in Fairbanks and immediately found work. And so I started working part-time. I got in on a Friday night, Halloween, and then by that Monday, I was working part-time for a local contractor. I don't know if I want to put that stuff right there. And it was kind of off to the races. And then within a week, by the following Monday, I had full-time work with another contractor. The other guy was able to just give me, part-time, just some hours. He gave me a few days, day labor with him, and then ended up getting full-time work with the other guy. And then I started looking around for housing, because I told myself, I'm not gonna rent a cabin here without having full-time work. So as soon as I lined up full-time work, I started looking for cabin rentals, and eventually I found one. I just signed a lease for it out here in Fairbanks a few days ago, and I'll make the payment and all that stuff here pretty soon. But for now, that's kind of it. I'm living here, I'm working here. The truck's actually in the shop. It ended up having electrical issues the other day, and I got broken down on the Stees Highway. Fortunately, it was only between like miles 6 and 7 on the Stees, and I had a tow truck come pick it up, take it to Glacier garage, and they're doing some work on it, running some diagnostics on the electronics and all that stuff, on the wiring and all that. So we'll see what they say about it, you know, see what comes back. But for now, I'm just working, and fortunately I'm able to use my boss's truck, one of his you know, other trucks, which is super helpful. And yeah, that's kind of it. So far so good, no complaints. It's pretty cold. I was working outside for the first time today, or not the first time, but today was the first time I spent more than an hour or so working outside. It was pretty cold. I had a baklava on and my gloves, and I was pretty chilly when I got in the truck. By and large, I'm having a really good time. I'm really excited to be out here. I went to Chena Hot Springs, went up to Cleary Summit. Me and a friend went on a little hike around Blaine Lake this weekend. I'm looking to get out and do more stuff on the weekends when I'm off. Currently, I'm working full time, which is great, but it's pretty dark here right now. So, you know, I just got home. It's about, I don't know what time it is. I think it's 5:30 or 6, and it's dark. You know what I mean? It might as well be 10 o'clock at night outside, is what it feels like, and that's kind of weird. I'm still getting used to that, but I'm really excited about spring. Everybody's talking about how much fun spring and summer is here, and I can't wait for that. Between now and then, I really just want to focus on working as much as I can, getting the truck nice and reliable, and working on my photography skills. I've always really wanted to get into wildlife photography and stuff like that, and you know, I want to see bears in person. I want to see moose, I want to see bears, I want to see foxes. So I'm trying to get out and see some moose and fox during the winter, and then as soon as the bears come out, I want to beeline to go do that. I know some people are saying I should go to Valdez. I've heard about going to I think Hyder Creek is another one I heard about. Maybe going down to Seward and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to just spend the winter, you know, working my butt off and getting in a good financial spot, making sure the truck's running good, and then take some time during the summer to go travel around Alaska. And that's kind of the plan. I think that's kind of what I'll be talking about here on this channel. Currently, I'm at an Airbnb. I'll probably make another video when I move into the cabin, which will be hopefully next week, and take it from there. I've had a lot of fun since I moved here. I've met really good people. People have been really welcoming. They've been like giving me stuff like crazy. People gave me boots, gave me an Arctic extension cord for plugging in my truck. People housed me in the first few nights I was here. I stayed at the guy I was working for, his house, for like 2 or 3 nights, which was so welcoming, so friendly. And what else? People gave me moose meat. I'm posting a lot on Instagram, so if you want to follow me there, my Instagram handle is SamCody13. It's Sam Cody is COADY 13. Check that out. I'm posting a lot there. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to be, you know, making videos about. Hopefully some wildlife stuff, some truck project stuff, a little bit of, you know, my day in the life living and working in Fairbanks, Alaska. Can't really film too much of my work stuff because I'm often working in people's houses where they're living still. So I don't want to be, you know, I want to be, you know, one, I want to be good about my time with my boss, and also I don't want to be disrespectful of anybody's home or anything like that, or their privacy. But I'm happy to answer questions about what it's been like. Found work really quick. Oh, the other thing, I'm also hoping to potentially go up to the North Slope. So I'm talking to the local 375, the pipe fitters union. I hopefully have conversations with them in the next month or so about work in January. But I don't know, I also am really liking working for the guy I'm working for now, and he's giving me as many hours as I want. So I can't really complain about that, and the pay's really good. He started me out at $40 an hour. He said once I get my tools here from Philadelphia, because I don't have all my contractor tools, all my carpentry tools with me. Now I have a handful of them, and I'm getting more as I'm here and working. But he said once I get all my tools in order, he'll give me $50 an hour, which is just great. To me, that's really good pay, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really happy with 40, and that's been good. But yeah, that's kind of all I got. Little update. Still trying to figure out what these YouTube videos will look like and how to do them. But yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys and put that out there. So hope everybody has a great night, and yeah, talk to you soon. Take care.